Now, if we're going to talk about conspiracies, Trump is literally a puppet. Whatever somebody tells him to do, he's going to do it, and he doesn't understand. Oh, Trump, why did you pardon this crypto scammer? No, I don't know who that is. What? You just said Biden was asleep at the wheel, auto pen, don't know who he pardoned. You literally just proved that somebody got pardoned and you don't know who they are. And meanwhile, Biden in the auto pen, so those pardons might not be legitimate. Nigga, you on camera admitted that you pardoned somebody that you don't even know who they are.
You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're in here. We finna have fun tonight.
And speaking of crazy, our Cheeto in chief. Now, everybody that was complaining about Joe Biden's age, it's like the audacity to not care about the president's mental capacity to lead. It's just comical how much of a hypocrite these people are. This is a tweet from our president. We're going to read it. And we have to read it. What's good, Bushido? We have to read it so you can grasp the insanity. A very happy Thanksgiving. Salutation. This is a Thanksgiving post, y'all. This is a Thanksgiving post. And just pay attention to what's going to happen. A very happy Thanksgiving. Salutation to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and can I get a period, my nigga? And just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million, according to the census, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. God. The real migrant population is such higher. This is a Thanksgiving post, y'all. Keep that in mind. This was supposed to be a happy Thanksgiving. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II. Failed schools, high crime, urban decay, and overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey, as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman/woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab and who probably came into the USA illegally in that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated. When her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover. Terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe Biden's auto pen, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country. End all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a modern reduction in illegal and disruptive populations, including those admitted through an unauthorized and illegal auto pen approval process. Only reverse migration, we're going to get there, y'all, can fully cure this situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. He said reverse migration. Right? I know y'all better not. God. All right. So Homeland Security, the official Department of Homeland Security Twitter page. The stakes have never been higher and the goal has never been more clear. Re-migration now. Look at it. Help arrest them. ICE.gov. America needs you. Deport them now. So they're, oh, wait. Oh, okay, this is, okay, somebody replied. So I'm glad they put this here. I don't have to go to it. So the Department of Homeland Security said remigration. For those that, it sounds like a word that may not mean much. This is what remigration is. Remigration is a far-right concept originally from Europe of ethnic cleansing via the mass deportation of non-white immigrants and their descendants, sometimes including those born in Europe, with local citizenship to their place of racial ancestry. It is popular, especially within the identitarian movement. Some proponents of remigration suggest excluding some persons with non-European background but from such a mass deportation based on a varyingly defined degree of assimilation into European culture. We're at the point now where I think they're just going guns blazing with the xenophobia, with the racism, with the sexism. He's talking, I guess he said he don't want to be politically correct no more. Even average people get chastised for saying retarded. The president just tweeted that the governor of Minnesota's retarded. He made fun of Ilhan Omar and her hijab. They keep lying about her marrying her brother. And all of this is probably going to get excused by people on the right. It's one thing that he says it and isn't probably too worried about the repercussions behind the shit he says. But it's another when his supporters are going to run defense for it. That's where I have to really like wonder what's gonna happen. We need a reckoning. This is insane. Idiocracy wasn't supposed to be a documentary. Like the Bionic Scoop. I've been saying this for the past year on this channel. The Trump documentary is gonna be one for the ages because it's real. Like, you know how when you hear about shit in the past, like what's an example? Shit, you would think even slavery, but how people accept that. But I'm trying to think of something that's like, how the fuck did that happen? I can't think of anything in history. But just thinking about whatever you may think about in your head, something in history where you be like, damn, like, how the fuck did y'all let that happen? Like, damn, like, what was everybody thinking? Like, why did you I guess maybe something like how Megan's Law came into effect. I don't know. That's a little hard to predict. But the way Megan's Law came into existence, it had to take a child being kidnapped and murdered for Megan's Law to exist, where you have to be registered as a sex offender. People can look it up. That's hard, but because, you know, nobody's probably, before something like that happens, you're not thinking like, I need to publicly know if there's an offender near me. But at the end of the day, whatever you think about a history, that's like, damn, how y'all let that happen? 30, 40 years from now, they are going to look at Trump's era and be like, first of all, why did y'all vote a celebrity as president? He didn't do anything substantial in his first term worthy of getting a second. He tries to cool and overturn the government, and then he gets voted in again. And when he does, he goes against the Constitution and everybody's supporting it that was on his side. Like, it's just so much that is just inexcusable for this man that his base is going to make excuses for. It's hard to believe that it's happening. And then, like, if we end up in some type of authoritarian rule, or the Constitution is just scrapped for whatever the fuck he wants to do, then everybody gonna be looking like, how did we get here? You motherfuckers let everything he did go and never cared. That's how. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sam, you're to be fair, yes, Reagan was, but at least, I don't mean a celebrity, but more so somebody that showed no competencies for politics. That's really what I mean. Like, people, I'm sure I would vote for Jon Stewart, so the competency, he's never seemed like a smart person. He never seemed like he understood motherfuckers think I'm playing. I don't think he can name all the branches of government and what they're supposed to do, because he's trying to fucking mix them all up and he just wants to do everything. He don't know what each branch is and what they're supposed to do. I guarantee you. Well, Zane, he threw treason around. He said that the 6 Congress people that made that video, they were treasonous because they said they told the military don't follow illegal orders. They're mad at that. They're mad that he said they should be hung. He said that the congressman that said, hey, military, you don't have to follow illegal orders, he said they should be hung because that's sedition. So go figure. We're gonna end up in a position that's hard to reverse, in whether he's president or the next president, where we might meet another depression, where we have inflation that's just unmanageable, where China takes over and we're looking dumb, and they're gonna be like, how the hell, what happened? Joe Biden. They're gonna be like, Joe Biden, it's Biden's fault that China took over. And then then half of us is like, no, we know what happened. We saw it all, but y'all let it all go. Like, people been mad at Destiny. He's been like, no. He said Destiny's it's radical as fuck, but it's like, at this point, what can you say? He was like, no, there needs to be like some type of, they have to have a punishment for their behavior. Everybody that supported Trump, all the senators, all the representatives, anybody that's been supportive of Trump and what he does or made excuses, that's in Congress and in his administration, needs to be impeached and never able to run again. And he says that, and it's like they need to like stand trial for their complicity with Trump. And it's crazy as hell when you hear it, but it's like, what the fuck else are we supposed to do to make these people realize that you like are ruining the country? Like, if Trump dies or the next presidency comes and all these same people is like, that shit was crazy. We really got out of that 4 years with Trump. That was insane. I can't believe we're here right now. Just business as usual. What's going to stop them from doing this stupid shit again? So it's just like, what do y'all expect? It's absolutely insane how these people are just being bystanders about what the fuck is going on. So from that, we're going to see him unhinged in real time. In real time, y'all going to see him lose his mind. So if y'all don't know, there was 2 National Guard officers that were shot in D.C. the other day. I don't know if it's yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. There were 2 National Guard officers was shot by an Afghan, I guess, immigrant. In D.C. 2 days ago. One of them, I think, is still in critical condition, and the other has just recently passed away. Condolences to their family. It's really fucked up that happened. This man shot them in the middle of the street, and they had a press conference, I guess, after the one of the guards passed, and Trump is taking questions about this, because there's no way, as Trump, you don't feel responsible for that. No matter what the situation. Now, the man shouldn't have shot him. It's his fault, 100%. But the National Guard ain't supposed to be picking up trash, standing around in D.C. That's a fact. So let's see him have to confront the reality of what happened. Stick around, TJ.
With U.S. service members on this Thanksgiving. President Trump also revealing some breaking news during that appearance. He says that the U.S. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom of Somerville, West Virginia, one of the National Guardsmen savagely attacked yesterday in Washington, D.C., has passed away. May God be with her family.
Yo, that shit is so fucking sad to me, bro. And they both in their 20s. Both of them was in their fucking 20s, bro. And it's just like, that's not what you signed up for. That's not what you signed up for.
Now, it seems like President Trump may be speaking again. Let's listen in and see if he's making any more announcements there.
There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But
and you see how his reaction to everything is, get him out, throw everything at the book, throw the book at him, do everything. Like, oh, it's crime, send the military there so there's crime stop. Oh, matter of fact, when they got shot, he sent 500 more people there. Like, when they got shot, I saw the news updates. When they got shot, he was like, Trump sends 500 more National Guards to D.C. after they got shot. What the fuck are you doing?
Go cuckoo. Something happens to him.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year.
I hope can y'all hear her? Can y'all hear her?
Just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let him in.
See? Okay, wait. Sorry. Let's hear this interaction fully. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut it off. This interaction got to be heard fully.
Vetted. And we have a lot. There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this
They is the shooter.
country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in. And they came in, and they were unvetted, they were unchecked, there were many of them, and they came in on big planes, and it was disgraceful. And if you look, you'll see there was a law passed. It makes it almost impossible not to let them in, not to certify them, so to speak, once they come in. And they came in, and they shouldn't have come in. And frankly, the whole thing was a mess. The whole Afghanistan situation was a mess. It should have never taken place. If we're going to go out, and we would have gone out because I had everybody ready to go. We were going to go out with strength and dignity and precision, and we would have left from Bagram, and we would have kept Bagram, by the way, because of its very close relationship to China and where they make their missiles.
So he's saying that the Afghan immigrants were let in. They came in under Biden, but they got vetted to. I think I don't know if it was for please forgive me if I'm not sure. If anybody else knows, let me know if they were accepted as asylum seekers or citizenship. I don't think they got citizenship. But they were legal immigrants, probably under asylum. He said she's posed to him that they were vetted thoroughly through the process, that the vetting process is supposed to be fully done. There was no red flags. Nothing came up. No criminal history, nothing. The man goes out and kills 2 National Guard people. He says it's Biden's fault because he let them in, but they got their status through Trump. They just got their status through Trump because they went through the vetting process and passed it. He's still blaming Biden and says, basically, the law is I had to let them through, so, it's stupid because we couldn't reverse it. Bro, just say nobody needs to come to the country then. Like, he is so self-absorbed and such a bitch that he can't take responsibility for anything. First of all, he shouldn't even feel responsible because you can't predict future actions if you have no reason to. If so, you don't assume that people that have no criminal history, no signs of being crazy, no nothing, that they're gonna go out and commit a heinous crime. Shit can happen where you just don't know. You can't predict anything. Like a vetting process, when you date somebody, when you marry somebody, you don't go into it knowing that they might abuse you, might get hooked on drugs, might turn into a crazy person, might cheat on you. Any of the things, you don't go into it thinking that's gonna happen. And if they pass everything that you set forth that makes sense and they do those things, you can't blame yourself because you did try, but people do shit that you can't predict. Not everything is predictable. So the man passed the vetting process. He did a crime. You cannot sit there, Joe Biden. What, bro? How are you gonna do this to your last day of being president? The man got vetted through your process, and it's okay. You don't have to. Well, what's not okay is you having a National Guard out there. That's what's not okay. But you cannot predict all crime and stop. Crime will never be 0%. Just like you sending them out there for the crime that was being lowered in D.C. It was already on a downward trajectory. You sending these people out there. People don't like that. It's not comfortable. It feels like you're under fucking martial law. I don't know this guy's reason yet. I don't think they've gotten the motive yet. But you still blaming Joe Biden. God. So it's just, who wants a president that can't take responsibility for shit? And this is the same party that say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, take responsibility. Trump is nothing but excuses. I get true crime. In D.C., they stay as long as he fucking wants them to, especially in D.C.
But when you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, but they were incompetent.
Wait, what's happening?
But when you let very close relationship to China and where they make their missiles. But when you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, but they were incompetent. They made a terrible mistake. But they were incompetent.
Oh, they audio is fucked up. I'm sorry, y'all. The audio fucked up. I don't feel like looking.
Mr. President, thank you for having us here tonight. Have you spoken with Sarah and Andrew's family?
We have a call in a little while, actually, right after this.
Do you plan to?
Well, the family is devastated.
TJ, nah. Yes, he spoiled us, but Joe Biden wasn't a great speaker, but you took him serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, as Joe Biden got older, you don't have to be the best speaker ever. Bill Clinton and Obama were good speakers. You don't have to be the best speaker, but Trump is just stupid. He's just fucking stupid.
As you can imagine. But we have spoken. I mean, my people have spoken with the family. We'll be speaking tonight. Tomorrow. You have to give them a little. They just found out about their daughter. You know, you can't just call 2 seconds later.
Yeah, of course.
It's a very, very tough situation.
Obviously.
She was so outstanding. I mean, I just heard.
It's in the early stages, obviously, here, but do you plan to attend Sarah's funeral?
I haven't thought about it yet, but it certainly is something I could conceive of. I love West Virginia. You know, I won West Virginia.
I bet he didn't. Well, I'm sure he didn't go to the Minnesota reps funeral.
Virginia by.
Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't go to this one, but I'm sure he didn't go. He didn't go. He act like he didn't even know they fucking got shot.
One of the biggest margins of any president anywhere. And it's, you know, these are great people.
One of the National Guard members that got shot in D.C.
I love the people of West Virginia. I love the people of our country. But I haven't given it any thought, but it sounds like something I could do, yeah. It's very raw.
Yeah, of course. The suspect does have a wife and 5 children who live in Washington. Do you plan to deport them?
Good question.
The suspect has?
The suspect?
Well, we're looking at that right now. We're looking at the whole situation with family. It's a tragic situation. Yeah, Jeff?
Mr. President, are there any changes you want to make to improve safety for National Guardsmen who are being sent into these cities?
No, just I want to have more. As you know, we're sending.
Let's just send more. What the fuck is this? This is not a solution to a problem. Can y'all imagine if you like get a paper cut and they be like, yeah, just put some Band-Aids on it. Just put more. Like, oh damn, it's still bleeding. Yeah, put more Band-Aids. Just put more. Just more Band-Aids. Like, bro, I mean, that's probably a bad example because the paper cut is smaller than this situation. But you get the point. Like, you don't just do a bunch of shit to fix a problem. You got to figure out what's wrong and attack it with a fucking fine-tooth comb. Precision. You don't just hack away. More guards. The guards that was there got shot. Like, you thought that nobody, not only did you try to put them there to lower crime, the people there to lower the crime were the ones that got attacked. They didn't even shoot random people on the street. He shot the people that were there to protect the people that you claim are at risk. His posture, yeah, he is always. It's just like his posture is terrible.
2,500 more. We had very little crime in Washington.
Yeah, there's no more charismatic president than Obama.
Now for many months, record-setting low crime, and this
20 years old is insane. God, this
happened, and I don't know how you put this on the scale of that. This is sort of different. This is a terrorism threat, and this was done because they're so effective. If they weren't effective, you probably wouldn't have had this done. But this was done because the National Guard has been so effective.
Yeah, they shot the National Guard because they're effective. What the?
You went from having a tremendous amount of crime and death, killing, everything else, to having none. And this happened.
He was, but he wasn't Obama charismatic.
I assume because it was so effective, and maybe this man was upset because he couldn't practice crime. Who knows what his motivation was? But what he did was horrible.
And you've made changes for Afghanis' ability to apply for asylum. Do you blame all Afghans for this one man's mistake?
No, but we've had a lot of problems with Afghans because they had a lot of them coming in on these planes. Again, I show you this picture. We had a lot of them coming in on these planes.
But where were they coming from, bro? You act like they all came ready to fucking coup America. These people was fucking running from the shit that's going on in their country, seeking refuge.
That are, look at them.
What do you mean? Look at him. He's acting like they're not people that were seeking refuge. They weren't coming here. Now, out of all those people, yes, maybe somebody might go on to commit a crime. But the point is, you cannot predict crime that if there's no predictable factors that you can look at to predict that they're gonna do crime. If you vetted these people and they pass and then they do a crime, tough titty. That is some shit that you just cannot prevent. There's no world where crime is 0%. There is no world where crime is 0%.
Checking, they just poured into the plane, and many of these people are criminals. Many of these people,
and look how he do. Say that dude was the only one person out of all these people committed a crime. These people are criminals. They're terrorists. They want to destroy our country. And fuck around, maybe. I'm not saying that's the case, but as far as we know, one of these people did a crime. It looked like it's hundreds of people on there. And one does a crime. Look at them. Look at them. These people. This is so fucking insane. It's just this so detached from as being humans at this point, except for white South Africans and Christians in Nigeria. So them is the people that's worthy of caring about for what reasons. So it's just I don't know.
People that shouldn't be here, and many of them have been gotten out. I mean, we've gotten out a lot of the people.
He's showing a picture like they're cattle or something, or it's like an image of them like committing crimes and showing it like, look at this. Because they packed in a fucking plane. He's like, look at this. As if they're not human. With 34 strikes complaining about crime. You feel me? And 2 more that he ain't got an answer for.
But, we've taken a lot of them out of here.
2 more cases.
But many of them
they
aren't
came
here
in
legally, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, many are wonderful. Yeah,
no,
I'm sure.
I said many are here legally, though. What should they think?
Sorry, many are wonderful. Yeah,
no,
I'm sure.
I said many are here legally, though. What should they think in terms of their prospects?
Well, they can't be happy, okay? They can't be happy. Because what's taking place between that, if you look at Somalia, they're taking over Minnesota, and they are
unrelated.
We got a lot of problems with the gangs, with all of the things taking place in Minnesota. We have an incompetent governor, a dope. We have a dope governor.
What?
They can't be happy about what's going on. And if you talk about the Afghans, there's a problem because so many bad ones came in on the planes. They just walked in. Whoever the strongest people were physically in a way, but whoever the strongest, they got on the planes. There was no checking. They just swamped the planes. They took off. We had no idea who they were. Yeah, do you want to ask a question behind?
Me? Hi, sir. Happy
Sure.
Thanksgiving.
Hi.
What do the Somalians have to do with this?
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes. Oh, my God, thank you. I was sitting there, I didn't want to, oh, my God. He just brought up Somalia, and it's like, what do they have to do with what's happening right now? Thank you.
Afghan guy who shot the national.
Nothing, but Somalians have caused a lot of trouble.
Where? Who? How? What? I just wonder if these people really believe this. More Americans commit crimes daily than these people are from other countries. Why are you when you talk about how crime-ridden DC and Chicago and blah, 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 all these places are, all the crime, who you think is committing most of them? I want somebody to ask that. Well, Trump, do you know that 97% of the crime in D.C. is committed by American citizens? What are you going to do about them? You're going to deport them too? Like, can we stop acting like the people that come from other countries are the reason crime is high in certain areas? Can we stop it? This is fucking crazy.
Ripping us off for a lot of money. There's a tremendous amount of
How do you just say that about a whole group of people? If you don't like the immigration system, fix it. Y'all don't want to fix it. You just don't want nobody to come here. These people, you realize he's not trying to make an immigration bill. He doesn't care. They don't, he's just, now, if we're going to talk about conspiracies, Trump is literally a puppet. Whatever somebody tells him to do, he's going to do it, and he doesn't understand. Oh, Trump, why did you pardon this fucking crypto scammer? No, I don't know who that is. What? You just said Biden was asleep at the wheel, auto pen, don't know who he pardoned. You literally just proved that somebody got pardoned and you don't know who they are. And meanwhile, Biden in the auto pen, so those pardons might not be legitimate. Nigga, you on camera admitted that you pardoned somebody that you don't even know who they are. Every accusation is a fucking confession. It's like literally everything he accused Biden of, he's done worse. He's done that and worse. Every single thing. Corruption, mental capacity, being stupid, he's more of a fucking communist than Biden was. You got the government fucking taking ownership in private corporations and shit. You're more of a communist than Biden was. What are you talking about? It's fucking crazy.
Going back to Somalia, what the hell are we paying money to Somalia for? But they're ripping off our country at a level that few people have been able to see before. That's about the only thing I'd see. You talk about competence. We have Ilhan Omar.
If I was white, I would have been red just now.
Who does nothing but complain about our country and our constitution.
And like, look, all this, you brought up Somalia just to hit at Ilhan Omar.
People have been able to see before. That's about the only thing you talk about competence. We have Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country and our constitution. And she comes from a country with practically no country. It's devastated, it's crime-ridden, it's a mess, it's a disgrace. And we took their people at a tremendous, we're not taking their people anymore. We're not taking their people. And we're getting a lot of their people out because they're nothing but trouble. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead.
One question about this asylum.
Thank you much, everybody. Go ahead. What the fuck? You gonna try to end it and take another question?
Plane that is being floated. Of course, you
Time just got mixed up in his head, bro. Yo, he literally, bro, his timelines just got swapped. Like, this man said, all right, thank you, that's enough, go ahead. Bro, imagine me, you talking to somebody, be like, yeah, what was you saying? And then they start speaking, you be like, but yeah, so as I was saying, like, and you dead serious, like, what the fuck?
Detailed that this suspect
He don't know what just happened. He don't know.
was flown in under the Biden administration.
Yeah.
But was he granted asylum under your administration?
When you come,
Oh, yes.
Administration.
Yeah.
Of course, you just detailed that this suspect was flown in under the Biden administration.
Yeah.
But was he granted asylum under your administration?
when it comes to asylum, when they're flown in, it's very hard to get them out, no matter how you
Yes, he was granted asylum under your administration, and you can't admit it.
want to do it. It's very hard to get them out. But we're going to be getting them all out now. Thank you very much.
He didn't answer the question, but that was the answer. Yes, he was granted asylum under you. You're the one that's trying to kick everybody out. Your administration didn't kick him out. Why? Is it because he passed the vetting process? Which is fine. You don't really have to, you have to take responsibility on the National Guard being out there, but you don't have to take responsibility on somebody granting granting someone asylum and they commit a crime. You don't have to feel bad about that. If they went through the process the correct way, it is what it is. You cannot make crime not ever happen under every circumstance. It's just fucking ridiculous.